Well, hello and welcome to the brand new channel. I'm Mr. Paul and I'm going to give you my views and show you around this rather nice Mercedes. It's a Mercedes GLA. It's a 2.2 CDI diesel and it's the top of the range model with a 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. As we can see from the plate, August 2018, so it's knocking on about 6 years old. This one is nigh on immaculate with a very low mileage indeed. A lot of confusion on this car. Does it mean it's got a 2-litre engine? Has it got a 2.2? It's actually got a 2.149. Some people call it a 2.1, but it's actually badged as a 220 diesel engine, and it's got 4MATIC, as I've said. It's actually a very practical car indeed, by the way, and it could be that perfect car for you if you want that little bit of a raised profile, and perhaps you're not carrying that much with you in the back, because the back, it's a little bit tight, shall we say. That's set up in my driving position. If you've got a couple of little E's, I don't think they're going to complain that much. But as you would expect from a Mercedes, the quality is pretty good. Not as good as the old heydays, but it is a very good car indeed. And for those of you who know a thing or two about cars, you will understand that that is actually based on a Nissan Qashqai. And of course Mercedes have done their little bit of treatment to it and taken it that little bit more upmarket. Like I was saying, this is the top of the range one. It's got rather nice alloy wheels, cast your eyes and feast your eyes and digest. Very nice wheels, very brakes. It's quite a quick car, by the way. It does 0 to 60 in around about 8 seconds, and it'll top out at around about 130 miles an hour. So it's certainly not a slow car, quite practical, and I think it's quite a good looking car. I think it crosses the bridge between can it be a girl driving it or can it be a man driving it. And like I say, this one is top of the range, so it's got some fancy bits and bobs, some nice runners, shall we call them, little siding skirts with bits of chrome. It's got the little bit chrome package on the front, AMG package as they call it, and of course it's got the panoramic sunroof. And on this car the sunroof actually opens as well. A lot of people go and buy the cars with panoramic sunroofs and then are very disappointed when they find that they can't actually open the roof. It's just a cosmetic thing that allows the light into the cabin. Obviously that is a nice colour, I think, and of course it sets off the highlights of all the little black bits and all the little chrome bits. So drop in the comments, do you think that a Mercedes GLA from 2018 could be that special car for you? I think they're a good car, and they are a very reliable car. Talking about that engine is in many taxis around the world, and the Germans swear by it. If ever you get into a taxi in Germany, the odds are that you'll be driving around with that engine under the bonnet, in material of what Mercedes you might be getting into. Now, do you want to have a quick look inside? Let's go and have a look. Let's feast our eyes and digest upon its build quality, because of course that's the thing that comes into question on some modern day Mercedes. Pretty good, I think. Nice soft touch materials, memory electric seats, fully electric, headrests included. This is the steering column coming up. Let me get into the car with you. Of course we'll switch off the music and take you on a little adventure. Again, the quality of the dashboard, pretty good. And these nice little plastic bits. I do think that these are very nice, and you can knock them off or adjust them to any angle that you want. Very simple to use infotainment system. Heated seats, auto stop and all those kind of things. Nice big screen, not too big but big enough, and of course a very nice and logically laid out dashboard, as we can see. And I think the steering wheel on current Mercedes is very nice as well. A nice size, nice bit of leather, and very easy to use functionality of the buttons. This one's got paddle shifters. This was an automatic gearbox. I know it might seem strange to you who've not used this type of gearbox before. Normally the gearbox is there, isn't it? But to be honest, I think Mercedes a few years back now, when they moved the stalk to here, made it very easy indeed. All you got to do is push the end for park, up for reverse, and down for drive or into neutral. Very easy indeed. And this car's got automatic lights, it's got auto braking if it senses you can have an accident, and this one's got an Alcantara headlining and a nice sunscreen as well. Would you like to see it opening? There you go. Nice bit of sunshine. Very, very nice indeed. And of course, that does allow the cabin now to get lit up a little bit, because otherwise in the back there it is that little bit claustrophobic. But I tell you what, if you're in the front, the seats are quite simply worth dying for. The bolsters and the way the headrest is built into the back is very, very nice indeed. Not so nice when you're sitting in the back, but like I say, most people are driving the car, aren't they? And it's a very, very comfortable cabin, I must say, and I do think it's pretty well built for the price, shall we say. Let's go and have a look in the back, and then you'll get an idea of just how tight I think it actually is. So there we are. As we look in, I'm going to get in, so bear with me. I'm an old man, remember, and it's okay. Don't get me wrong, it's okay. There is plenty of knee room, but there's a little bit of lacking in under thigh support. So if you go in a long journey, it's not going to be so pleasant. But remember, most of these cars are just used for whizzing around towns or cities. 2 fully grown adults in the back, no problem whatsoever. Let's go and have a look at the boot, shall we? Do you want to have a quick look in there? Quite practical. And of course all the seats go down, and being this one is the top of the range, all you got to do is touch the button and of course open sesame. There we are. Quite a good and useful size boot. It's not always about the literage side, is it? It's about the actual practicality of it. Massive, massive opening, as we can see. The tailgate goes all the way up, so even if you're a very tall person, you're not going to worry about smacking your head. Obviously the seats fall down, this comes down, and it becomes a mini van. Absolutely, I think, a great, great practical car. And when you want to close the boot, all you got to do is just touch that and watch that. How lazy can that be? Absolutely spectacular. Shall we go for another walk round so you can feast your eyes and digest upon it? Yeah, I think we will. Let's close it up and let's go for a nice walk, nice and slow, all the way around this rather nice white Mercedes GLA. 2.2 diesel, automatic, very, very economical, by the way. I've been averaging in and around about 50 miles per gallon in the last couple of days, so that's, well, pretty efficient for these days. That's a true figure, by the way. We can always look at the figures supplied by the manufacturer. They're claiming something like about 65 to 70 on this car. But as we all understand, that's a load of mumbo jumbo done in a wind tunnel and under perfect conditions. I spent most of my time driving around the town and the city, a little bit of urban routes, and I've averaged around about 50 miles to the gallon. So not only is it a good car, it's also a very economical car as well. And talking about reliability, well, like I said, this engine is in more Mercedes than any other engine in the world. And if you've ever been in an E-Class Mercedes as a taxi or a C-Class, that's the saloon cars, this predominantly is the engine in those cars. So it's pretty reliable, renowned for doing 500,000 kilometers, so around about 300,000-ish miles without any major troubles, as long as you keep on top of the regular servicing. Mercedes GLA could be that perfect car that's waiting especially for you. And look, it's even got twin exhaust pipes. Now I'm not going to get a stick out and stick it in there, but somewhere down there are two exhausts that let out all of the, well, naughty things that are destroying our environment. Well, so they keep telling us. But anyway, we're still going to keep on buying cars, aren't we? Because what other way do we have to travel around? Beautiful car. So drop it in the comments. Do you like the Mercedes GLA? Do you own a Mercedes GLA? Have you had any problems with it? How long have you owned it? Did you buy it new? Did you buy it second hand, third hand, etc, etc? As I say, this one is August 2018 and it's driving absolutely faultlessly, and I mean that sincerely. It is an immaculate car. It's only done 22,000 miles, so what's that, 35,000 kilometers, full service history. Brought into Cyprus, that's where we are, by the way. That's the blue Mediterranean Sea in the background. And this is going to be our scene where we are going to showcase some of the cars on the channel. And of course, if you like to look out into the blue blue Mediterranean Sea. Why don't go and hunt us down on some of our other channels? For example, Marika and Me, that's on YouTube, and of course there are one or two other channels coming very soon indeed. If you do like what you see, please hit that like, smash that subscribe button, and please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels on that hunt for that perfect car. If you're new to the channel, we've got a body shop, we've got a car mechanics shop, so now and again we're going to deviate from looking at cars and we're going to go and show you how we fix cars, and now and again we might even show you a little trick or two that we have got stuck up our sleeve. Also, why not go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, because that's how you could keep us afloat and keep us lubricated as we take you on our travels, showing you some of the greatest cars in the world and possibly some of the worst cars in the world. Now, shall we go for a little spin so you can hear all the little vibrations of the inulations? Yeah, come on, let's get in the car and let's go for that little bit of a spin along a rather rough road, by the way. Come on, let's get on board. Let's get the seating belt on, because obviously that is a legal regulation in most parts of the world. I've always worn a seat belt, and for those of you who don't, I understand there are a few, if I was you, I would always put a seat belt on, because you never know when someone's going to break it in front of you. So please drive carefully, and please drive with consideration for all the people around you. Come on, let's go. We're off in the Mercedes GLA. It's a 2.2 litre diesel, to keep it simple. It's a diesel. It's pretty quick, by the way, and on top of all that, it is very economical indeed. Bit of rough roading here. Let's go and see if we can catch up this JCB that's booting it down the Ricos Beach Road in downtown Kerenparfos. Like I say, if you do like what you see, drop it in the comments. If you want me to go and road test a car, if I can find it, I'll find it especially for you. Many contacts. We can test Hondas, we can test Land Rovers, Range Rovers, Audis, whatever you fancy. And I promise you, very soon, that little video will be coming especially for you. So there's a quick view of the dashboard again. Very easy to drive, there's no doubt about that. Don't worry about an automatic transmission. Lots of people in the world are scared of automatics, aren't they? But I tell you what, it's the future of motoring. It makes it so much easier, especially when you're driving around in traffic or stuck behind a JCB. You have to do anything apart from put your foot on the brake, the accelerator, hold the steering wheel gently while you hold the camera in your other hand. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Of course, if you do like what you see, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels, perhaps in a car that you are looking to buy. Thanks for watching, and I will look forward to your company again very soon indeed. I tell you what, it really is a quiet car, isn't it? All you can actually hear is the hum of the air conditioning. Even when you put your foot to the floor, the engine is very well subdued. There's no doubt, yes, it's based on a Nissan Qashqai, but Mercedes has definitely worked their magic. Whether it's worth the premium, well, many of us like the badge on the front, don't we? Mercedes could be the greatest car in the world. Very smooth, very relaxed, very quiet indeed. That's what it's all about, of course, when you get that three-pointed star on the front and perhaps on the steering wheel in your car. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll look forward to your company again very soon indeed. I'm going to leave you with a view that's quite simply to die for, and please don't forget to keep coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my quest for that perfect car.